Well, everyone, iOS 16.5 has just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone 8 and see if it's worth installing. Now, spoiler alert, as I mentioned before, it is 1000% worth installing. It's a good update. I'm sure it brings some cool stuff to the table, but it's funny because this update came out a few different ways. It came out in an RC last week, and it came out in another RC this week, which is crazy. So by the time you're watching this, it should be officially out for everybody, which is amazing. Now, this update brings a few key changes, which we'll talk about right now. One of the cool changes is we're getting a new wallpaper within iOS 16.5. Now, it's not every update we do get a new wallpaper, which is pretty awesome. So what you can do here is when you make your way over to 16.5, you can click on wallpaper, and then you can go and click on add new wallpaper, whatever way you want to change your wallpaper at. And if you scroll down, you should be able to see this new Pride section. Now, I don't know why on some of my iPhones I'm getting 2 wallpapers and some of them I'm getting 3. But the only one I'm noticing that's even changed is this one. This is like a new one I've seen. And although it's a cool wallpaper, I'm wondering why on some I'm getting 2 and on others I'm getting 3. Maybe it's some weird issue, I don't know. But this is a cool thing that we're getting now. One of the more visual changes we're getting within this update. So it's always cool whenever Apple adds a new wallpaper, and I'm really, really happy about that. Now, another big thing here is that within sports, within news, so within our news application, we're now getting this new sports tab at the bottom. So it looks like before we didn't have that type of capability. I don't use Apple News at all, but now this middle toggle is actually sports. So that's something that's kind of cool. If you follow sports or you watch sports at all, I guess they give you this new little panel up here. So it allows you to follow your teams or different sports that you're interested in. And you should be able to see some stuff here, which I think is pretty cool. Personally, I do watch a few sports, things, but I'm definitely not like a sports fan. I'm not going to use Apple News at all, but if you're somebody who uses Apple News, then you should be excited about that. Now, another thing, there's been a few bug fixes and bug changes for the most part. So CarPlay was one of those things that I guess people were having issues with. Now CarPlay should be a little bit more fixed and focused within iOS 16.5. Spotlight search was another thing that apparently people were having, issues with. That's now been fixed here too, which is another cool thing. And it looks like for the most part, screen time was another one of those things that people were having issues with. And that has now also been fixed as well for the most part, whatever people were having issues with it. So to kind of sum up this video, I would 1000% recommend installing iOS 16.5. It definitely seems to me like it is one of the more important updates to install. We're almost coming up to iOS 17, and I would much rather you have 16.5 installed on your phone than even thinking about installing iOS 17 when it's in a beta. So in terms of that, it kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.